Alright, so the 8th anniversary has officially started, and with that, of course, we do have the 8th anniversary point event, which, of course, everyone should be doing, and make sure the main thing to take away from this anniversary is to get 5 million points on this anniversary event, because for reaching that certain milestone, you do get a very, very rare item, that being a heart special move source. And for those that don't know what this item is, essentially it's a free duplicate for any character in that particular attribute. So you can see I have a technique one. If I was to use this on Aizen, for example, it would take him to special move level 4. And in case anyone does ask, how do you get the rainbow ones, which you can use on any attribute, those are paid items that you get for buying the Cons Collector Pass. But these items are very, very rare. For the most part, we get one every 3 months, so whenever they are available, of course, you do want to make sure you go ahead and grab it. Because as someone that has been playing this game for years, I've been in situations where I'm hunting for a character, trying to potentially get them special move level 5, for example, and I just need one more dupe, and that final dupe takes thousands of orbs. Money even. So having an item like this in your inventory not only saves you the stress of going for an extra dupe, it saves you time, money, and of course, also orbs. Now, for those that are wondering, this point event in particular isn't boosted, but it is still a good point event. Last year was a very rare example of it just being very bad, like it was worse than a normal point event. In this case, you're getting essentially the standard amount of points, a tad bit more than usual, around 5k more. But it's also technically giving us the max amount of points right from the get-go. Usually when a point event does come out, you get the extra stage part 2, and they give around 20% more points, but it's only a week after the event. In this case, we're getting the max amount of points right from the get-go, so if you do want to reach the 5 million points, it's actually easier than usual. But as you can see here, we currently have 4.5 million points. That means we only have 500k points away from getting the special move source. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the Ultra Quest, which keep in mind you only want to do once. When it comes to farming points in this game modes, Extra Quest 1 and 2 are the way to go. The Ultra Quest is only a one-time thing. You never want to farm that. Now in this case, I got my Kurosaki team, so let's go into it using Ichigo. And Ultra Quests really aren't that hard if you do match the requirements of having, attribute and also killer advantage. But Ultra Quest does feature poised enemies, which in Ichigo's case, we just outright go through, right? So I guess Ichigo is the best character for this particular quest. Let's actually turn off auto and quickly run through it. I've been having a lot of fun with this particular character, right? I think he's a great character. And I guess this is the example where we get to demonstrate the poise break skill. Again, I don't think this skill in particular is really good, but I think we have to wait and see how it plays out in the Limit Breaker game mode, which is a lot more difficult, and you do feature some harder poised enemies. Ultra Quest, even with the poise, it isn't really that hard. Especially in this case when we're using a character like this, right? But you can see in my team, I do have Misaki and also Ishin. Not ready to use them, but I like having all three of them on my home screen. I think it looks kind of cool. But here we are into the final stage. Kaname is up next. We have our normal Shikai version with us as a friend. Let's let that sob them off. They go down. So with that, we should get our 500,000 points. There it is, 500,000, and that's now taken us to the 5 million mark, where we now get a heart special move source. And for those that are wondering if this point event is worth farming after 5 million points, if you have 4 bonus characters and you still want to try and get some summon tickets, it's definitely worth it, right? Again, this point event is offering the max amount of points that a normal point event would give, but it's giving it right from day one. So yeah, this point event isn't really that bad. For those that are still lacking bonus characters, let's say hypothetically you have no bonus characters whatsoever, you still can easily get 5 million points. Remember, you can do a 10 times soul ticket run. You have 16 days, even if you have to some reason spend orbs. You want to make sure you get it, right? This heart special move source has no comparable value. If for some reason you have to spend 200 orbs for it, we'll do it. Because otherwise you're spending upwards to 250 orbs per multi for a 0.5% chance, sometimes 1% chance to get that character dupe you want. But now that we do have it, let's answer the question, right? I know many people might be wondering, what characters are actually worth spending this source on? At the end of the day, the best way to go about it, as always, when I talk about what character you should be using your move sources on, use it on a character that you're actively using and a character you actively enjoy using, right? Hypothetically, let's say, for example, you want to use your move source on this particular Yoruichi, right? She's your favorite character, maybe you use her every day. Anytime you're going against mind enemies, you want to use this character. Well, then if you're going to do that, and this move source makes it better, then go ahead and do it. Having said that though, I'm still going to recommend most people to actually just wait a week. What we do know is that on July 28th, we are going to get part 2 of the anniversary, and there's a pretty good chance part 2 will feature a new 1000-year Blood War character that is in the heart attribute. It's not guaranteed, but there's also no harm in waiting just a couple days to see what Part 2 is going to be. In the potential chance Part 2 it does feature a new 1000-year Blood character that you really do enjoy playing with, well then maybe saving that moveset to them is something you might want to do. Disregarding Part 2 though, only having a look at the current SP characters in the game, what characters are really worth using on. Right now, I'd say there's 3 big contenders that are really worth using on. For starters, Bruno. Bruno's a great character, one of the best hard characters in the game, and is also super limited. If anything, Bruno might be the best character to use on. Since he is a Burn the Witch collaboration character, the next time he returns might be in October, December, or November. After that, he might not be back for like another 7+ months. Compared to any other character in the game that isn't a Burn the Witch character, they do return on quite a regular basis, but then you have more opportunities to pull for those particular characters. Of course, 1000-year Blood Ichigo is also a really good character to use on. Again, after all, he is one of the better characters in the game. He is limited, being a 1000-year Blood character, and at the same time, we also have a very similar character in nature, Swimsuit Rangiku, who's also really good for the same reasons that make 1000-year Blood Ichigo good. In her case, though, she might be more worth it despite it being seasonal and technically more available. She's also a farming character. So if you're actively farming Inheritance Trials, Inheritance Zone, and also Epic Raids, it's going to be a while before a character releases that outclasses her, while also offering the value of increasing the amount of potions you do get, super links for potions, and also droplets. So while it's true she's more available when compared to, Ichigo and also Bruno, she is a farmer, and she is someone you're kind of forced to use almost, so getting that extra dupe wouldn't really be a bad thing, because it will make you clear faster, right? Anyone else, I don't know if they're really worth it. I know many people might use it on 6th Anniversary Aizen. I understand he's a really cool character and one of the best in the game, but he is premium, and he's been out for 2 years now. He is also in the Anniversary banner. If you have him 4-5, maybe it's not the worst character to use it on. There's some other characters like Kaname, for example. Personally, I would not recommend investing into this character. Not that he's bad or anything, he's just been very limited on where you actually can use him. As you can see here, I have him max transcended, and I only really take him into IZ, where dupes really don't matter that much. Inheritance Trials, this character is not really the best when he doesn't have killer, and when he does have killer, well, the enemies are most likely going to be immune to drain, so you really can't get much of a use out of him. I've rarely ever used this character in IT, and right now, since Rangiku exists, I'd rather use her. But disregarding what character might be worth using on, we also should talk about when you should use a source. Now, for me personally, I only use sources on a character that is special move level 4 out of 5, because that's when you get the biggest increase, right? So if we go ahead and sort by our special move level, let's do heart characters only. Personally, I would only use this source on a character that is special move level 4 out of 5. So let's use this Byakuya for example. I wouldn't recommend using on him, but using him as an example, using this special move source will get him special move level 5, and by doing so, we would then unlock the extra 6th slot. And this 6th slot is RNG related, but it can allow us to get additional 500 SP. And that's a massive damage increase. And that's essentially what I usually do when it comes to using these sources. I only ever use it on characters to get them 5 out of 5, where I then get their biggest damage increase. You could make a case for using on a character like Bruno, who's only 1 out of 5 right now, so if I do get him special move level 2 out of 5, he will then unlock his focus slot, which is a pretty big damage increase. I believe it's around 30% extra damage just from getting those guaranteed criticals. So the most important dupes on any character is the first dupe and also the final dupe. So if you really do have a favorite character that is 1 out of 5, getting them to special move level 2 to get that focus slot, again, isn't the worst idea. If they're already 2 out of 5, if they're 3 out of 5, getting that second or third dupe doesn't make that much of a difference, because the stat you'd be unlocking is like stamina, defense, or attack for an SP character, right? And that's why I usually don't use my sources on those type of characters. I'd realistically only use it for their first copy, this slot right here, and the final copy, this slot right here, because you do then get access to the 6th slot. So for me personally, I'm going to continue saving that special move source, at the very least to wait and see what next week is going to bring us in case they do bring a heart character. My prediction right now is that we might get an Asnot. He might be heart based. And if I potentially get that character duped out, I might want to use that heart source on him if he does end up being a heart character. I would use it on Bruno right now, but I don't want to get that extra 1000 focus. I don't use him that much to warrant the second dupe, if that makes sense. If he was 4 out of 5 though, I would easily do the heart source on him right now, but again, only 1 out of 5. For those that made it to the end of the video though, here's a nice little bonus. We're going to do 50 tickets right now. Let's see what we can get, because again, we can get the anniversary characters here, right? We are getting a 5-star, okay. Okay, we got Kendo Kenpachi. Not really that good. We got 2 though. Orihime. Okay, not that good. Can we get 3? Unfortunately not. We'll take it though, that is 40,000 Transcendence points. And we also do get the 8th anniversary 5-star ticket, which I believe can give you seasonals, but you also can get the 8th anniversary characters in this. But I guess if they do add seasonals in this ticket, it's like even lower to get them. Let's see who we do get though. Oh, that's new. Hey, hold on, that's past Aizen. Hey, we actually got a new character for the ticket. No way. Okay, we'll take it. It's not the anniversary characters, and I can't confirm if the seasonal characters are in here. Usually they are, but my luck on tickets have been absolutely insane. But with that said, lads, that was the video for today. Hope you guys did enjoy it. Again, make sure you do go ahead and grab that move source since it is currently available. You have upwards to 16 days to do it. 5 million points in 16 days, even with 0 bonus characters, is super easily attainable. What character you should use it on ultimately comes down to you. The best thing to do always is to use it on your favorite characters, especially characters that you do see yourself using quite a lot. The worst thing you can do is use it on someone that you don't plan to play with. Personally, for me, I'm going to continue using my move source. I don't really have anyone that I want to actively use it on right now, but I also want to see what part 2 is going to be in case we do get a new hot character. In the comments below though, let me know who you guys plan to use your move source on. Again, there is no bad picks. Even if it's a premium character that's super common, it don't matter. It's your move source, your account, do what you want to do with it. As long as you're having fun, that's all that matters. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.